Virginia Tech two-time All-American Eddie Ventresca here in Blacksburg, coming off a fifth-place finish at last year's national tournament. What did you prove to yourself getting back on the podium last season?
I just I wasn't really happy with the way I finished last year. I had a really tough semis match. I was I wrestled hard, wrestled everything, and didn't really get to where I wanted to get. And it was definitely a good feeling coming back off of an injury and knowing that I'm still getting back up there. But yeah, that's really about it, honestly. I wouldn't say I really proved anything. I knew I've always been I've always been there. It was just all right, well now I'm back again. So it was exciting, but definitely was not a little. I wasn't as satisfied as it was my first year. My first year, I was very happy and content with what I did, and this year, I had a good season and everything, but not as happy or content as I was in my first year. I got onto that podium.
Couple really close losses at the national tournament last year. The one to
Yeah.
Spratley in the semifinals. I think you said that was a match that was going to stick with you for a while. What are the fine points in that match that stick with you?
Just me getting to the leg a lot, not finishing. But I finished those shots. Different outcome I think happens towards me. But it was a good match. I really I got done with the match. I wasn't happy with the result, but I was happy with the way I wrestled. I thought I went out there and wrestled my ass off. Honestly, I really had no complaints with that. Just the result.
The first time you reached the podium, you did it, I think, as a 27 seed.
Yeah.
Last year, you're the 3, a higher level of consistency throughout the season. What led to that?
I think it was just throughout the whole season and my coaching staff, bringing in Tonelli definitely helped me out a lot, as well as having Freyer still there. I just had a really enjoyable season last year, probably more enjoyable than my first year. I was just finding different ways to make it fun and looking in positive in certain situations.
You had 2 wins against Vincent Robinson, the NCAA champ. That's got to be proof that you're right there as a guy that can win a national championship.
Yeah, it definitely is, but I didn't do it when it matters, So in my mind it is, but I didn't do it when it actually counted.
You have a medical year at your disposal now. You got that news here just recently, is that correct?
Yeah, we did.
What's that like knowing you're going to have 2 more seasons left here as a Hokie?
It's great. It's amazing. I love what I do, and yeah, I want to keep doing it. So.
Was that something you were planning on all along, or was that kind of up in the air whether you would get one or not?
No, I knew. I knew. We basically knew. I knew that I was going to be able to qualify for one. It was just actually putting the application in and seeing if I got it, and which I did. So, as expected.
What's it like getting down to weight now for the first time? When you're going through this process and getting down, you got the NWCA All-Star Classic coming up here in a couple weeks. What is that process of getting the weight down for the first time?
Just finding out, I kind of remember what I did last year, but always beginning of New Year is always new things that come along, So just kind of fine tuning and really understanding how my body is and how my mind is and how it's going to work this year compared to what I did last year. Some things are most likely going to change, just like they changed from my first year to my third year. I did different things, and some things worked for me, some things didn't work for me. So just figuring that out again, and just getting back on track with my weight, and then being ready to go compete.
You're not going to really be able to kind of dip your toe in the water, so to speak, with this season. You got Sheldon Seymour right away at the All-Star Classic. A couple weeks after that, you guys draw Minnesota for the Duels Invitational, and Jory Volk there. What is it like having high-level competitors on the schedule right away?
It's good. Test you early, test everyone early, and might as well get the best competition I could throughout the season until NCAA, so I'm prepared for the NCAAs.
You lived with Caleb Henson. What was that experience like? How has he helped you as a wrestler, living with him and seeing what he does on the day-to-day?
Oh, just good. We don't really talk about wrestling that much when we're out of the room. We kind of keep it to just friendly. I look at him you guys look at him differently than I look at him. He's my roommate. He's one of my best friends. So it's I've been with him since the dude was a senior in high school. So it's good. But he's definitely taught me some things diet wise and prepping wise as well. But no, it's definitely good being around him, and yeah, we have a good time together.
What have the new guys added to your room?
These youngins can definitely scrap. I mean, they know how to wrestle, and they're starting to figure it out pretty quick. You know, quicker than I did when I was a freshman. I would say, like I got kids like Campbell and Zidell. You know, like even Gorman around that 41 area. Like those young kids coming in, like they're pushing me, and I'm able to wrestle with them. So it's like they're just making me better all around, and I'm making them better as like a veteran, kind of like been through it a little bit, understand it a little more than they do, and while they're still trying to figure it out, I think it's going both ways. Like I'm learning off of them, and they're learning off of me too.